Hi, my name is Pedro Manjarres. This is my partner, Joana Granda. We want to talk about the Guatemala. He will be making an introduction about this country. Could you please start, Joana?
Thank you, Pedro. Um, Guatemala is a country in Central America bordered by Mexico to the north and west, the Pacific Ocean to the southwest, Belize to the northwest, the Caribbean to the east, and Honduras and El Salvador to the southwest. Its area is more than 108 and its estimated population more than 30 millions. The population is more 30 millions according to the CEA World Factbook. Guatemala have about 59% of the population is Latino, also called mestizos and European. Um, Amerindian population included the Quiche, 9.1%, Cacique, 8.4%, Mem, 7.9%, and Kekik, 6.3%.
So I will be talk about the relation that we can find in Guatemala. So in Guatemala can find a Catholicism, that is the popular religion that will be fine, like on a 51.3%. The other religion that will be fine will be the Protestants, that will be the 36.6%, and the other religions is with each religions will be fine at 9.1%, and the Indians, that is the Mayans, is the 0.4%. The the typical food that we can find in Guatemala is basically about the corn. All the foods that we can find in that country is about the corn. The corn continues to be a staple food. This is the most often eaten in the form of tortilla, like a pork pancake. So that is the tortilla. Other typical food that we can find in that country is usually is the black beans. Is others than eaten, that is almost every meal that they usually fry. So all that typical food that we can find there is typical from the Mayans, is the like aborigines. Other typical foods that we can find is the chicken, turkey, and beef roasters. So
Well, the typical music are marimba, cumbia, Korean music, salsa, punta. The Guatemalan listen in every countries. To continue, we're going to listen different examples about the music.
the nonverbal communication in Guatemala, like in the other Central American and South American, there is common the to the people to get greetings, and a one handshake is the traditional greetings in the Latin American countries like Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Chile, Ecuador, Mexico, and Guatemala. So in the Latinos, so it's common to kiss each other, and also to the space with the other peoples is really closer. So then the other peoples don't like to be closer to the other ones. So the other typical nonverbal communication of the Guatemala is the how to they greetings, because they, when you find with other friends, you hug to your friends and kitty and a back in your back, so like that. So that is really common in the Central and South American countries that make that type of greetings.
I can continue with the Maya civilization. It's the basis of the Guatemalan belief. The Maya civilization was a Mesoamerican civilization which continued through the post-classic period until the arrival of the Spanish. So a lot of things, a lot of bases of the Guatemalan is based in corns. Maya live in Guatemala, Honduras, Belize, the southern part of Mexico, and eastern parts of El Salvador. The Maya civilization shares many features with other Mesoamerican civilizations due to the high degree of interaction and cultural diffusion that characterized the region. Continue with the subject of that presentation. I'm going to talk about the business. In order to do business with Guatemala, it's important to take in account their thoughts, beliefs, such as any Latin cultures. Guatemalan people like direct contact, good communication, a prepared language, and good education. Like, for example, giving chance, physical contact, sign of the cross, hand of kiss, greeting, sign of affection, smiling. To end, we have to take account the important things to avoid while doing business. For example, being rude, imprudent, irrespectful, irresponsible, unpolite.